Antti Raanta, the goalie for Carolina, who gave up 6 goals last night in a loss overtime to Nashville, has been waived. Raanta, the veteran, Dave, his record this year, 6-5-1, save percentage at .854. Now, Freddie Anderson is out indefinitely because of blood clots. So that only leaves Pyotr Kochetkov here in terms of goalies for Carolina, which has us wondering where they're going to be headed with the goalie situation at this point.
Waivers does not mean that a player is going to be sent down to the American Hockey League or is going to be moved immediately. What the waiver situation is, this is going to allow Carolina, if they determine that they want to make a trade or bring in another goaltender, or Freddie Anderson's going to come back. Once Antti Raanta clears waivers, yes, he can be moved down to the American Hockey League, but he doesn't have to be moved off of the playing roster. He has got 30 days or 10 games, all consecutively, and then that waiver status disappears and he's back on full-time, so he would have to clear again. So what this means is that, yes, obviously they're not happy with Antti Raanta's play. You don't put a player on waivers, as we see Forsberg score in the overtime last night. Obviously, you don't put a player on waivers who's on your roster unless you feel that we are going to upgrade that position. But if Carolina makes a trade today, they've got to find space on their roster within the cap to put that player. By having a player eligible to go to the American Hockey League, a veteran player, you have to clear waivers, and that's where Antti Raanta fits into this situation. So even though you're on waivers, and a lot of players are put on waivers, it used to be you'd be put on waivers and you didn't know about it. You get a call from your agent saying, I heard you're on waivers. Today, it is obviously public knowledge. So Antti Raanta can stay on the team. It doesn't mean that he's automatically off the team just because he's cleared waivers, but it does open the door for Carolina to add a goaltender, and then within 48 hours of clearing waivers, then immediately Antti Raanta can be moved. Or if there's a team in the National Hockey League that feels, I need some goaltender help, Antti Raanta and his contract can be picked up and removed and put on that roster, which means Carolina would be short a goaltender, and then that would be a little more of a panic situation. We'll see how things go with Freddie Anderson first.
Dave Reed, waiver/cap expert. Antti Raanta. We'll see what happens with him, see what happens with the Carolina goaltending situation.